Right, okay then, this is a little bit of a different one for you. This is a little request I had for a personalised t-shirt, and it was just a random one. Someone asked me to come up with an idea, so I decided to go online, find a little Space Invaders image, that sort of thing from the games from the 1980s, and basically just cut the shape out as it appeared on the screen, and this is what the Silhouette Cameo is capable of doing. So as you can see, I'm using white vinyl. This is a vinyl I get, which is a Hot Pill product, and it basically went through the Cameo. I traced all the outlines of all the little intricate pieces of the so-called image, as you can see here. And what I've actually done, you can't see it yet, but you'll probably see it at the end. At the top of the image, it's got like a player, and I've put the person's name as the player in vinyl. So that's the little personalisation touch I've done with this t-shirt. So now comes the hard job. With images these small, you can imagine how difficult it is to weed out, and this is where you really do need a good pick tool, and I'm lucky to have one of them. There are plenty out there, but if you haven't got a sharp one or one that's very pointed, you're going to struggle. And also you need pretty good eyes and have some light on as well around yourselves. Normally this sort of t-shirt would probably be screen printed because of the small detail in it, but I mean, it doesn't take too long really. This is a personalised gift for someone, so it was worth doing it. I've now saved this graphic so I can use it again anytime, and also I can change the colour of the vinyls. It doesn't have to be white what I'm printing on here. You can change the colour depending on the colour of your t-shirt. I actually used two colour design for this. I used the main image, which was white, and the little houses at the bottom, which you'll see at the end image, is in a luminous green. And again, there's the little houses which were cut out directly from our Silhouette Cameo. This is the version 4 software. I think it's slightly different than the other ones, and I'm just going to mirror the object, as you can see, as it does in this software. You don't actually have to mirror it, it gives you the option. So off it goes, whizzing along now, and all I've got to do now is to weed out the little green bit. This is the second part of the image. These are the little houses at the bottom. You'll see it'll all become clear when I actually put the image together. So all this was taken from one image, and I've just sort of segregated the two colours of the image just to give me the sort of colour scheme that I want. And as you can see, simple houses there, and there's the little, at the bottom is a little gun, and also there's the 3 lives at the bottom there, which you'll see me place on the t-shirt, which I'm just cutting out at the moment. They go at the top of the screen next to where it says lives left or whatever it is. So heat press, let's get it on. Obviously got to warm up first. The Galaxy heat press is set at 165 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds for this paper, and as you can see, it's stone cold at the moment, 74 degrees. I've got to wait for this to reach 165 before I can actually print the t-shirt. So let's get the t-shirt out. This is a large t-shirt, and what I tend to do, as I've told you before, is to press the t-shirts to get any moisture out of these. And all I'll do is have a visual check of the t-shirt first, just to make sure that there's no marks on it from manufacturers, or everything's sort of straight and everything's as it should be. And then I'll take it over to the heat press and basically give 10-second blasts all over it. Some people only do the middle. That's fine, it's not a problem, but me, I prefer to do the whole lot. I like to know that everything's going to look nice and square and pressed when I've finished it. There we go. And all I do is, I fold the t-shirt in half, let it hang naturally, put it back under the heat press, and then again another 10-second blast, and that gives me our centre line straight down the middle of the t-shirt without having to use a tape measure. So I've got the graphic there, as you can see, the main part of the graphic first. I'm folding it on its back to back, so the sticky side away from each other, folding it exactly down the middle to the graphic end to the graphic end, and that gives me a centre line down the actual mylar sheet there, and I can line that mylar sheet centre line up with the centre line I've put on my t-shirt. Provided I'm happy with my height there, I know exactly where I want to put this anyway. So, and as you can see, everything's straight. You don't have to measure anything, and it just lays down lovely and flat because you've lined up 2 lines. And all we're going to do now is press this for the required time. I do like to cover up the t-shirt with the mylar sheet, as you know, and that protects the planturn above and also the garment as well. So good practice to get in. This silicone sheet is a very good thing. And now again, just wait for our 20 seconds. Automatic clam pop up on this one. And it's a hot peel product. So all we've got to do is to peel this mylar backing sheet away while it is still hot, and everything should be fine. So that's the first level done. Now don't forget we've got to add the green highlight images on there now. Let's bring it back over to the worktop and get our little green houses. It will start to make sense now. You've probably seen this image if you remember the 1980s, or you've seen Space Invaders, and as you can see, I'm just lining everything up there. There's a little white inside one of the bullets there. That lets me know exactly where the mylar's got to be, so that's the only indication there. Otherwise I would have just eyed this one up. As you can see, the top lives are already up there, and I'm just sticking it down now with some heat-proof tape just so it doesn't move. Now you might think that, oh, people say, oh yeah, well, you're double pressing it. That's not a problem. I always double press my images. Once that first lot's gone down the white lot, it's not going to unstick itself. Just make sure that you do cover it up so it doesn't get stuck to the upper plate. And that's the benefit, obviously, of using the silicone sheet, as you know. So again, off we go for another 20 seconds. Out she comes. Again, hot peel. Pull it off now. The top bit's got to come off as well for our little 3 lives. And that's basically it. We've got a personalised t-shirt which I've taken from an image and made it a personal item. Absolutely superb. Nice and retro. I do like a retro t-shirt. And as you can see there, all that little fine detail. Normally you'd screen print something like this, but it didn't take too long, and now I've saved the graphic. It makes life a whole lot easier. As you can see, that's what it would look like if Sharon was wearing it. Smile, Sharon. Yes, I can't hear you. We can't hear what you're saying. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this.